Okay, so last one here we have Three Body Problems, season one. It's a Netflix show, 8 episodes, one of those like 45-minute per episode ones, and they're all British.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just something that sticks out to me. But anyway, what were your initial thoughts of this?
So I was going in half skeptical. I know a lot of people are going in full skeptical because it's from the Game of Thrones guys.
Oh,
We all
really?
know how. Yeah, we all know how that ended. But they still made a freaking damn good show before that, though.
True.
So I was like, I even still to this day rewatch scenes from the first 4 seasons because that show was insanely good during that. Well, when they were following the books. And going into the show, all the books are out, so I'm like, we should be okay then, because they don't
Yeah.
have to make anything up. They still made stuff up though, but I thought most of it worked. So overall, I was very impressed. I'm excited for season 2. This show has really interesting ideas and concepts, and I feel like they did a good blending of that, like interesting ideas with the story and drama. And the characters, I think, well, maybe not all of them, but some are like really well done. I feel like the ones that are really well done were probably the ones that actually existed in the book, and then the ones that are like hit or miss were ones that they had to like kind of probably make.
Oh, they made characters up?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because the original books were from a Chinese author, and it was just straight up ideas. Here are the people that made the ideas happen, and it kind of tried to make it like a more straightforward, not really a story. It's just like a series of events happening. If it like realistically happened, it wasn't really like a drama story thing.
Well, okay. I don't know. I think part of this was me. Like I just wasn't as engaged as maybe I could have been. I don't know, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of yapping in the beginning, man. It's getting kind of a lot for me. Where I was like, okay, I kind of need something to happen.
I know.
But there was like a decent it's like I said, part of it is me because you could be like, oh, the timer, it was so interesting, like what was going on there. And yeah, it was cool, I guess. I don't know. It was still a lot of yapping, if you ask me. But I get it. They have to set up everything and all that. So I don't know. I'm making it sound like it's a huge knock, but it really shouldn't be. Is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, that's how I feel. And I will say the show is like that though. It is a lot of talking. I was engaged because I just like the. I don't know. I don't know why. No, I know why. I was engaged because I just wanted to see where this is all going.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Because
Yeah,
it wasn't
I,
really.
I wasn't as engaged. I also don't know why though, because dialogue is dialogue, right? I don't know. I feel like I digest it best when you gotta interrupt it with like some type of, I don't know, action or something. You can't just feed me information for a long time and then eventually it's like a lecture. You need breaks and shit. But I guess in that sense, the timer thing and the small things that they were trying to do didn't really pique my attention enough to like bring me back up to handle more yapping, I guess.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
You know where the show really won me over though? Now that I remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, first episode at the end, and then like the sky was blinking. I was like, all right, yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Going in, I was like, I'm just gonna watch the first 3 episodes, then I'm gonna take a break and then just try to space it out. But then the end of episode 2, where she pushes the button, that's where it hooked me, and I was like, the storytelling in this show I think is gonna be crazy because I really love that scene where she pushes the button. This is just really well done.
That's one of the most devious things on screen, I think, has ever
That
happened.
was so good. The physical reaction it got out of me were like, just the setup of like she received the message, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh shit, like shit just got real. And then there's that small moment where she's looking out at the sun and she's thinking, and that's where like I connected it right away. Like, oh shit, like she's gonna do what she did, and then that's where the show like won me over, and I had to binge through the whole thing like for the rest of the day.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
that was such a menace thing to do. It was crazy, actually.
Oh,
Let's see.
that scene is so good. I love that scene so much.
Yeah.
It literally won me
is,
over. Yeah.
that is really good.
And yeah, talking about characters, she is one of the best characters in a long time for me. Even if like you put yourself in that situation, like would I have done it or not? You understand like why she did it though, because we've seen all this shit that she went through. Yeah.
Yep. Which,
and then again her like arc, as her older self is like, her character is still like, changing, and we see her perspective. Yeah, she's a really well done character. Actresses were really good too.
yeah, I think the whole cast was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole time I was like, the cancer guy, I was like, okay, why is he here?
Oh yeah.
But then eventually there was a reason for him to be there, but then it actually like didn't really matter all that much. So I was like, damn, like what the fuck?
See, like as when it first started and he had cancer, already I was like, oh, he's like the heart of the group. I thought it was like this cliche. Oh, he's the heart of the group.
Yeah.
And then they did that, and I was like, okay, this makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so that's where I saw it.
Yeah, but then it didn't end up mattering, and I was like, oh my god, I really had to like watch this guy like be all sad and shit for it. It felt like so many scenes actually. I was like, dude, just die already, man. If you're gonna die, I was just waiting for them to kill him off. But yeah, so there's that. Found out that Wong is British. Didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. I don't know, the whole love triangle thing with the main girl and her two mans.
Yeah.
That was okay. I don't know. I found it entertaining at least. It was fine.
It was fine.
The funniest part though, is the fucking, what are they called? The mind?
The wall facers.
The wall facers, thank you.
I know,
bro.
that shit is so funny. Bro has no choice. Oh my god, it's so like fucked up, but
yeah,
it's so funny.
It's so funny because it's like it plays out like a Key and Peele skit or something where he's like, I'm not, but then they're like, oh sure.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
No, like they're like, yeah, you're not a wall facer, but then they're like they have to play along,
yeah,
because they think he's like
you think
he's doing this plan or whatever, or like, it's so funny.
But oh man, that's definitely the funniest part. That character actually, oh, what's his name? Saul, I think.
Saul.
That I liked him. I liked him a lot.
He's gonna be a main player in season 2, so
good. He's super solid throughout for me. I liked him a lot.
It was like, oh, I quit being a wall facer, and then they're like, yeah,
yeah.
So you can leave me alone, and they're like,
okay,
yeah, and then they just stand there.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. See, that's what I mean by like, it has really interesting concepts. Like the wall facer concept is so interesting. The idea of the aliens themselves, the Sophon stuff. Like, that shit is OP. Like that's why they have to do the wall facer shit.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about the ship scene, but that's another one.
Oh yeah.
And then,
let's get the characters continuing.
Yeah.
What's the girl? The
Augie.
I did not like her character. I found her very frustrating because, oh my god, she's so wishy-washy, and like I don't know. I just did not like her character. Like she's blaming people for things that she had a part in, and then she's in, and then she's out, and then she's in again, and then she's out again. Make up your mind, bruh. I don't know. Just not a very likable character in my opinion. Am I wrong here? What did you
I was
think?
like, whatever. Do whatever you want, bruh.
But she's the nanofiber person who, and let's talk about the ship scene. Let's go into that since she's the character who technically was responsible for that, but blamed the other people instead. That was a sick scene, huh?
That was insane. Yeah, that was just also really well directed too, because there's that shot inside the ship where they're all just running from it. Yeah, it is crazy. Like they went really hard on the scene because it was insane. They made it like a straight up horror, because it was a horror movie, and even though the scene itself was like 5 minutes probably, it actually probably only happened in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's the crazy part.
I was telling you, I was like, I would have jumped off that boat right away, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, I'd run towards it. It won't do anything to me. Yeah,
but my thing was like, okay, so he's holding the hard drive. How did they know it wasn't gonna?
We're gonna talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah, like how did they know it's not gonna cut it up?
So, this part was in the book. So I looked up how it worked in the books, and apparently I think the book explained. I don't know. This person on Reddit might be a freaking liar, but they explain in the books that even though it's a hard drive thingy, the fibers will cut it like so fine that they can just like put it back together.
What?
I guess.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take it. But they just that didn't happen in the show.
And it was spaced out enough where it wouldn't have cut it anyway, which it didn't. So
I was like, oh, very convenient that he was holding it right where it wouldn't cut it. But yeah, okay.
I know, for some reason in that scene, I was like, oh, he's gonna make it. I don't know why. I thought he was gonna make it, and then he broke his leg, and then I was like, hmm. And then he got on his knees, and then he got free, and I was like, oh, okay. Just shut up. He's like, forgive me, my lord.
Yeah. Oh, we should have put him as a he was a
he was a glazer, actually, yeah.
Glaze.
I saw a bunch of people
Central,
saying that he thought that they were doing that to them. Because, like, he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But he was a hella glazer, bro.
My lord?
My lord?
He's like, yeah, humans lie and shit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
do everything for you, my lord.
And then they left him on red, and he's like,
Like, not me, though. I never lied to you.
I would have never lied to you, though.
It's so good. Yeah, I mean, I'll watch a season 2.
Yeah.
I like-
No, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
In the trilogy, the second book is the one that everybody is like, that's the good book, and so that's going to be season 2.
Okay, what'd you think of the whole game part?
That was interesting. Yeah, I like the mystery to it. It was the little girl kept freaking dying, which I thought was funny.
Yeah. My
Even the
thing
guy
was
thought
like,
it was funny.
they were like, oh, well, is this what you really look like? And they're like, no, we took some liberties or whatever. And it's like, oh, can I see what you really look like?
Yeah.
Like, you don't like it. Like, just fucking show us. I want to know what you look like, you
I hate to
freaking
break
aliens.
it to you, but I think we never find out. I think the book's
That
never.
Is
Yeah.
crazy. You have to show me something, bro. If you're gonna talk about it this much, you might as well just fucking show me. You know, like, it's twice they were like, "Oh, is this what you really look like?" And they were like, "No, you wouldn't like what we look like."
Yeah.
How the fuck do you know? I need to know what you look like then. That's gonna piss me off if they do that shit again next season.
Watch, and then they show it, and you're like, "Oh, gross! I don't want to see that. Why'd you show it?"
But yeah, okay. Yeah, the game was cool. The characters were cool. Oh, Samuel Tarly.
Samuel Tarly. The visual effects in the game scenes were really cool, too, actually. And I remember,
Yeah.
like the rehydrate. Oh, gross! That was gross, actually, but it was cool.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
disgusting. Let's see what else.
Copernicus. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, Copernicus, save me.
Shut up.
And I actually laughed at because like there's each level, and then eventually she's like, "Oh, like the other times you're gonna save me."
Oh yeah,
You just save me like all those other times.
That's gonna make me convince you. It's gonna convince me to save you in this time.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was supposed to be that funny, as I found it anyway. But I don't know, I was entertained. But what would you give it out of 5? Season 1.
Yeah, it's a solid 4. I was very entertained.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3.5. Just 'cause, like,
Yeah.
I felt like a chore to get through some of the yapping, but if you get through the yapping and you're staying with it, I think it's interesting enough. And it's a good quality show. There's just a lot of yapping. That's it. And yeah, I guess that's everything, huh?